Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's video is for the full moon in Taurus. Taurus energy is very grounded and stable, so this moon is a good time for reflecting upon your sense of stability and releasing attachments to material things. So we're going to be doing some grounding practices, some hip opening postures. So let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seated position. And we're going to use a hand mudra that is good for grounding and tapping into that root chakra, which is responsible for our stability and our security. So to do the Boo mudra, you're just going to extend your peace fingers, bring them close together, and you can let the peace fingers rest on your knees, or you can let them rest on the ground to feel that grounding energy. Close your eyes or lower your gaze to the floor, and we'll start with some breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Second, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Come back to your natural breath. Taking this time to prepare our minds and our bodies for this full moon in Taurus practice, where we hope to feel grounded and safe and let go of attachments. Another inhale. Exhale. We're going to come down to our back in this reclined bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the bottoms of your feet together. Come down to your back. Let the knees fall out wide. We're going to bring our arms overhead, grabbing either elbow. Good. If this starts to feel too intense, just scoot your feet out a little bit more. Root chakra is located at the base of your spine. So that's why we'll be doing some hip opening postures, activating that stability and security root chakra. Again, inhale. Exhale, release your arms. Use your hands to help bring your knees together. And then hug your knees into your chest. So if you like, you can wrap your arms around, kind of separate your knees and bring them towards your armpits to kind of do this upside down child's pose. And if you like, you can rock side to side a bit. Just massaging that lower back. Good. Now we're going to rock ourselves up to a seated position. So if there's another method you need to use to get up to a seated position, that's fine. But if it feels okay for you, we're just going to rock back and forth. You can kind of bring the hands behind the knees. Rocking back and forth on the back body. A couple more times. And we'll rock ourselves up to a table position. Good. So crossing your ankles maybe, coming up to table. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Let's do some cat-cow, Marjariyasana and Bidalasana. So take an inhale, arch the spine, lift the chin. Flip the tailbone upward. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under, chin comes to your chest. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Good. Let's do a couple more rounds on our own. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. We'll extend the arms forward and melt the chest down towards our mat for Uttanashishasana, puppy pose. So extend the arms forward, flip that tailbone up and away, melt your chest down towards the mat. Maybe your gaze stays forward, or you can bring your forehead to the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale. We'll walk the hands back, coming back to table. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back for Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Pressing your chest towards the thighs, the heels towards the ground. Remember, it's always okay to have a bend in your knees. You want to focus on having a flat back rather than our heels touching the ground. It's okay if your heels lift. You can pedal your feet out a little bit. We'll bring our gaze up in between our hands. Step, jump, or float the feet up behind the hands. Come up for a half lift, placing the hands on the shins. Inhale. Exhale, lower down for Uttanasana, forward fold. So go ahead and bring a slight bend into your knees for your forward fold. So let your body hang here. And we'll press into the feet, bend into the knees, start to roll up to standing. Bring those arms with you. Inhale. Let the palms face each other. Make sure the feet are underneath the hips. Exhale, we're going to sit back for Utkatasana. So shift your weight into your heels. Keep your chest nice and open. Arms extend up. Should be able to wiggle those toes. Good. Try to bring your thighs somewhat parallel to the floor. We'll step forward just a little bit. Good. Take an inhale. Straighten those legs out. And then start to lift the left foot off the ground, coming to this half warrior three. So we're just going to bend forward slightly, creating this angle. A straight line from our toes up towards our fingertips, or our fingertips down towards our toes. Inhale. Exhale, big step back with the left foot, bend into the right knee. Try to stay up on the left toes if you can. We're going to interlace the fingers behind us, roll those shoulders back for this high lunge with our hands bound. And inhale. Exhale, straighten the front knee, rotate the back heel down flat, and start to hinge forward for Parshvattanasana, pyramid pose. You can let those arms come up behind you. If you need a little more stability, you can bring your hands to the shins or to the ground. Take a couple more breaths in your pyramid pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Pivot up on the back toe and rest the left knee down. Sweep the arms up for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Good. And inhale in your low lunge. Exhale, our hands are going to come down on either side of the front foot. We're going to step the right foot back, And then bring our big toes together, knees wide, and come to Balasana, child's pose. Take some breaths here in your child's pose. And inhale. Exhale, shift your weight forward, tuck your toes under, and come back up to your Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Taking some breaths here. And then from here we'll come back to our forward fold. So bend your knees, bring your gaze up in between your hands. Step, jump, or float the feet up behind the hands. Come up for a half lift. Inhale. Exhale, lower down for Uttanasana, forward fold. From here, bend into the knees, start to roll up to standing. Sweep those arms up. Inhale. Let the palms face each other. Feet underneath hips. Exhale, sit back into your imaginary chair. Bring those thighs parallel to the ground. Keep that back nice and flat. For your Utkatasana. Good. Inhale, straighten those legs. Lift the right toe off the ground. Come to your half warrior three. Hinging forward slightly. Finding your balance here. Inhale. Exhale, big step back with the right foot. Bend into the left knee. Interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Staying up on that right toe if you can. Left knee aligned over the ankle. Inhale. Exhale, straighten that front knee. Rotate the back heel down flat. Take another inhale here. Exhale, lower down to your Parshvattanasana, pyramid pose. Remember, those arms can come out behind you, or you can rest them somewhere along the left leg or on the ground. Feel free to have a little bend in that left knee if you need to. Take an inhale. Exhale, release those hands. Pivot up on the back toe. Rest the right knee down. Sweep the arms up for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, bring those hands down on either side of the front foot. Step that left leg back, and we'll come to Balasana, child's pose. Take an inhale in Balasana. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Come down to your belly. Come up on the forearms for Sphinx pose, Salamba Bhujangasana. Salamba Bhujangasana. And then we're going to bring this right knee up in line with the right hip. So the inside of the right foot should be on the ground. Right knee up in line with the right hip if possible. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can just stay in regular Sphinx pose, or we can add this half frog, Ardha Bakasana. If this feels okay to you, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can bring this left arm kind of parallel with the side front edge of the mat, or maybe at an angle a bit. Bend into the left leg and reach back with the right arm if you want to add a quad stretch. This is completely optional. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Release the foot if you have it. Extend the right leg to straight. Let's rest down on the forearms for a moment in crocodile pose. So just rest your forehead down. You know, your next inhale will do the other side. So coming back to your Salamba Bhujangasana, back to your Sphinx pose. Remember, you can stay here if you need to. Or we'll slide that left knee up in line with the left hip. Inside of the left foot rests on the ground. You can stay just like this, or if you want to add a little more, get kind of stable on that right arm and reach back with the left foot, with the left hand, reaching for the right foot. This is an intense stretch, so feel free to release it whenever you need to. And inhale, exhale, release the foot if you have it. Extend the left leg to straight. Stack opposite arm on top for your crocodile pose and rest your forehead down. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, slide the hands back. Let's bring our knees close together and sit back on our heels for child's pose, balasana. Let your arms rest alongside your legs. Good. Take an inhale in balasana. Exhale, shift your weight forward. And you can come down to your back in shavasana. Feet reaching towards the bottom corners of your mat. Arms rest at your sides, palms facing upward. If you'd like to be seated or you have a different position you'd like to finish your practice with, you can. Let's just come back to those long, slow breaths again. Close your eyes or lower your gaze to the floor. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Second, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. And come back to your natural breath. releasing any control over the breath. So allowing your body to be fully relaxed. Melting deeper into your mat with each exhale. And while you're here, I'll say some full moon in Taurus affirmations to you, which you can repeat silently to yourself or aloud. I let go of anything that no longer helps me grow. I create safe spaces inwardly and outwardly. My values guide me in every decision I make. Take a deep inhale, breathe in those affirmations. Exhale, begin to wiggle the fingers and toes. Coming back into your body and back into the room. And when you're ready, if you're laying down, roll to your favorite side using your arm as a pillow. Taking a moment here to reflect on your practice and to extend gratitude towards yourself for this act of self-care and self-love. When you're ready, make your way to a comfortable seat once again. And together we'll sweep the arms up overhead. Inhale, let the hands meet. Exhale, float them down to heart center. Namaste. Okay guys, thank you for joining me for this full moon in Taurus practice. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought about this video. Check the links in my description box about joining my channel as a member, and there's also a link to my DJ channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram at Yoga with Nico and TikTok at djnicomarie. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love.